2,
Woo!
1. Free for all. Kill everyone.
Sweet! What is up? Hashtag FURRYPACK. Welcome to a brand new video. Tonight we're playing a bit of Doom. I'm playing against some bots on practice mode because what is it? I couldn't find a match for some reason. I don't know if this game's still that active online or anything on the PC. So I'm just playing against a couple bots on some deathmatch here. But anyways, we got a couple of topics to actually talk about today for tonight's video. And by the way, happy Christmas Eve for those that celebrate that, or just in general, happy holidays and all that. You know, and some people out, I know it's already, instead of being the 24th, it's 25th. Some people open their gifts early anyways on the 24th, so, you know, if you got any gifts at all, hopefully you're happy with what you got. And, yeah, I myself don't really get anything, usually. I just really don't. But I am happy just to be spending time with my family and all that kind of stuff, so, I mean, that's all that really matters. And then eat some good food, like tamales. Heck yeah, man, and get some lasagna and some ham. Definitely. I'm excited for that kind of stuff. That's really all I would care for. If that was like the only gift I will ever get, that's what will make me happy, because man, that stuff is delicious stuff to eat, right? And I don't really eat that really often, so I mean, yeah. But anyways, you know, besides just, you know, saying, you know, good things to all of you. Haha, oh damn, that was crazy. Let's see. Yeah, topics. So here's one of the things I actually want to talk to y'all about, and it's Livestream updates. Okay, and those Livestream updates are PC games will now be officially be a thing for me to livestream. So obviously, a lot of you are already used to me recording a lot of these games that I own on the PC. Like this is Doom right here that I'm playing and recording. Now Doom was actually a game I was not actually too capable of playing for some reason when it came to the multiplayer. I was able to play Deathmatch, and I was able to play the campaign. The campaign ran around like 55 FPS at medium. The multiplayer at medium, I would actually be able to average around 75 to even 90 FPS depending on the type of maps that I'm playing on, you know, and how complex they are. So, yeah. However, the multiplayer was always extremely stuttery, extremely laggy, and it would dip from being 45 FPS to low ass 5 FPS, which I don't know what was wrong with the multiplayer, but for some reason it just didn't run. And it was really odd that the campaign and Deathmatch actually ran a lot better. However, obviously now this game runs extremely amazing for me. So, yeah. But the thing is, I'm obviously used to recording these games. I will be able to play games and record them. Now the issue was live streaming. Yes, I could hook up my laptop, you know. I could go ahead and, you know, connect the PC to the Elgato to use my laptop to stream, right? Because my laptop's actually pretty insane laptop. And, you know, it's capable of easily streaming the game or the PC for me. Well, yeah, I know I could do that. However, that is one of the reasons why I didn't really stream often on the PC, or just didn't like to, because I didn't want to keep having to freaking set up the capture card for the PC every single damn time. And, you know, it's one of the reasons why I wanted to get my PC upgraded, you know, so I could get a better experience on playing games when I do play some games, and at the same time, you know, get a better experience to go ahead and live stream them while I play on the same PC. And last night I was actually trying to stream on Twitch, and it failed, you know, multiple times. I did almost like around 30 tests to go ahead and actually be able to stream the game. It just was not working, right? And after 30 freaking test streams, you know, and almost giving up, I finally found the solution. So I like the game, you know, at 1080p medium. My PC is capable of playing games literally at freaking 1080p max, you know, at ultra on any game now. But I just don't like to actually game at that because I don't want to kill off my PC too soon, because, you know, gaming at ultra, even though it's capable of handling it and still having like 100 FPS or higher or whatever, I just don't like to, because I mean, the more you do that, the more you actually decrease the lifespan of your system, because you know you're using it to you're using more of its power, even though it's capable of doing it. You're using up a lot of its power to where you just, you know, you shorten its lifespan. I mean, I could have a freaking, like, I don't know, an RTX 2080 Ti and play at 4K, but it was still shortening its lifespan because, you know, I'm using its full power and, you know, conserving it by just gaming at, you know, 1080 high or medium. I mean, for me, that's enjoyable. That's all I really need, and that's my personal preference, so, you know, yeah. Other than that, though, the one thing I do for sure that I don't mess with, like, I like to keep my resolution and my settings the same. You may go like, okay, now, if you're getting, like, you know, these insane frame rates, right, and not just that, but my CPU usage, and even my GPU usage is actually pretty low, right, because you know, I don't have everything maxed out. That means all of my usage for my overall hardware is going to be a lot lower. Well, which it is. So how come streaming is a problem? Well, apparently it's just a problem with OBS. So I like to keep my games uncapped. I like to keep them unlimited. The FPS will just stay unlimited. And because of that, you know, that's actually the problem with OBS. It actually prefers you cap lock the game. So after around the 28 or 29th test, you know, what is it that I was streaming? I was playing some Black Ops 2 for a test stream because I knew that was a game I could easily go way insane on the frame rate, you know, probably around the 300 plus or whatever, even maxed out, and that game, but obviously I just left it at medium, like I usually do, and I mean, you know, that's a game that's like, just nothing to my computer anymore to run. So I'm like, okay, this should definitely go ahead and be able to be capable of streaming. Now, when I was streaming the game, I was having issues. For some reason, it was still giving me issues. I was overloading my bitrate. I was, I was trying not to freaking kill the people, so I wouldn't finish the game, and yet the bots finished the game for me. But anyways, you know, my bitrate was getting overloaded. My FPS was being dropped on the OBS when I was live. When I wasn't live, but I had the game just, you know, previewing on OBS, my FPS was fine, you know, because I'm not recording and I'm not streaming, but it's fine. You know, everything looked fine, the preview looked fine, but the second I hit to start streaming, bitrate gets overloaded, FPS drops for the live stream, but my game does not get impacted at all. My game stays the way that it is. Just, you know, I'm just having a great experience.
Deathmatch.
Now, I was extremely confused. Why is this an issue? And that's when I decided to go for a little test. And that little test was, okay, let's go ahead and change something on the game setting. So, I went on to my game settings, I went over to the graphics tab, and I switched my cap limit, you know, for frame rate, and I put it to the highest max possible, you know, that I can without it being unlimited, and that was 90, I believe, on Black Ops 2. So the second I put it to 90, the stream worked flawlessly. I didn't overload my bitrate. It stayed at the frame rate, in my target frame rate that my stream is set to for being 30 FPS at 1080p. Everything was fine. The stream was consistent. It did not have any issues anymore. It just worked. So I'm like, so then I switched it back to unlimited. The stream died. And then I tried switching it to a cap of 60. It worked just fine, just flawlessly fine. It worked. I was confused. Then I switched it back to unlimited. It crashed, you know, it just kept failing on me. It just kept going down in bitrate. It was overloading, you know, the FPS was dropping on the stream. And that's when I realized I have to cap lock my games when I'm gonna live stream with OBS. For some reason, when I record, I use a software called Action to record my videos. That's what I'm using right now. What is it? I could have my games at unlimited, and I will have no issues with recording at all. I could game at ultra settings, you know, have high, uncapped, you know, unlimited FPS, and game wonderfully, and even record. But if I try to live stream with a different software, aka OBS, it just dies on me. And then I tried even using Action to stream a few times to see if that will work. That worked a lot better than OBS. It would drop the FPS a little bit, and it would be a little laggy. But yet again, the software is not much of a streaming software, because I mean it has limited, you know, settings to really change for like the streaming encoding and all that kind of stuff. So on the Action software for streaming, I just gave it some slack because I don't really use it for that purpose. I use it mainly for recording, and recording is what its main objective of the software is. It's just flawless and amazing. But what is it? I have a feeling that if I just cap lock the game on Action, it will just stream flawlessly as well. And that's what that got me realizing. Our software's limited to having to have your game cap locked in order to live stream, because that's literally the trend that I'm noticing. Action, you know, if you cap lock it, you can stream flawlessly with that. OBS, you cap lock your game, you can stream flawlessly with that. Like, I mean, I'm noticing a trend here to where a lot of softwares, they just seem to be capped, to where if you want to live stream, you have to cap lock your game. But if you're going to record, you don't. And most importantly, I feel like this is a bigger issue on OBS, because on OBS, if you're trying to record a video and you have it unlimited, you will have frame rate issues and you will have bitrate issues. But if you're using something like Action, you know, to record, you're using like AMD Relive, or using, you know, your NVIDIA GPU recording software like Shadowplay, what is it? You can record your game at whatever your resolution and whatever settings you want, right? On like, for like example, Ultra, and you can have your frame rate unlimited, and you will record fine. But if the second you try to live stream, it just can't handle that. You can't handle unlimited frame rate. You have to cap it. So it's kind of crazy, but that's not a problem at all. You know, for me, I have Relive, and I could go into the gaming tab, and there's a setting called global settings, for which basically I go into that global settings, and I could set a target frame rate that will affect every single game on my computer at once, or I could do individual games and have a different profile for each individual game that I have. But it's easier to just do the main global setting that affects all of them, and the only thing I change is just the target, you know, frame rate, and I can just change it to a target that I want. For example, let's say I want at least 100 FPS. I just set it to 100 FPS, enable it when I'm gonna live stream, and there we go. I have my game running at 100 FPS. You know, that's what it'll be staying at really consistently, and I can live stream just fine. And then when I stop streaming, I just disable it. You know, just disable that profile of cap locking my game to 100, and you know, I can resume recording videos while having an unlimited frame rate. That's not an issue. That's a little simple fix right there. But yeah, that's pretty much what this whole entire video is all about. It's really crazy to know that you just can't stream with your FPS being unlimited. This is like a weird little issue. I'm not sure if this is maybe a bug within a couple of these softwares. Maybe it's something to do with Windows. I don't know if it's maybe something to do with some games where you may have over 100 FPS, but the FPS is not consistent, and maybe that's why it overloads OBS or something. But the good news is, I didn't give up. I found a fix, and future live streams can now contain PC gaming. I could game on my PC and stream at the same time. I could record and game at the same time, and I'm overall really happy that I found this issue. And maybe down the line OBS might make a freaking update and it'll go ahead and fix the ability to have my games at unlimited frame rate, and I could easily stream. But you know, having to cap lock it, you know, it doesn't really bother me so much at all either, because I mean, either way, my monitors are only 75 hertz, so I mean, I could cap lock it to 75, because I mean, I don't have a monitor that has, like, I don't have a 144 hertz monitor. I only have it at 75, so might as well just keep it to 75 anyways. What's the point of having to go overboard when my monitor kind of holds me back a little anyways in the end? So in general, I'm happy, and to me, that's playable. That's far more than playable, and yeah, that's really it on this video. Hope you all enjoyed. Hopefully, you learned something new about OBS, or in general, just software, and yeah, hope you all have a great holiday. I'm gonna be putting Happy Holidays in the title, along with, you know, live stream updates and Deathmatch from Doom. But other than that, peace out, #FurryPack, and see y'all in the next video or live stream. And bark bark bow wow. By the way, if you want to give me a Christmas gift, try to reach me to 2.5k subscribers, or maybe even a birthday gift. My birthday's actually next month on the 4th, so yeah, other than that, peace out, #FurryPack. Raw XD.